how important the role of Kurds in Syria can be. Kurds should enjoy their full national rights in this multinational and diverse country. As for the Kurds of Iraq, they have proved to be the most reliable partner in a volatile situation. They are at the forefront of war against Islamic State, and the Peshmerga forces remain the only military force in Iraq that have had tangible gains with the help of the American-led coalition Air Force. The Kurdistan region, with all of its shortcomings, has proven to be the safest, the most politically stable, and the most prosperous part of Iraq. Maliki's government pursued a very harmful sectarian policy, trying to sideline the Sunni Arabs as well as Kurds and other minorities. His policies paved the way for the hell that the Iraqi people are now living in. If the international community wants the new Iraq to work, they should press its new government to abandon Maliki's policies and adopt more inclusive ones that work with Kurds as well as Sunni Arabs and all other ethnic and religious minorities. Kurds in Iraq must be supported, armed and trained with greater scope and more urgency and speed. The long overdue constitutional step of resolving the issue of disputed areas, including Kirkuk, should be dealt with by a referendum according to Article 140 of the Iraqi Constitution through a democratic, internationally supervised referendum. But a Kurdish issue that is not at the forefront of international news is the case of the Iranian Kurds. With a population of 8 to 10 million, there are more Iranian Kurds than Iraqi and Syrian Kurds combined. Spreading across 4 provinces in north and northwest Iran, Iranian Kurds occupy an area twice the size of Iraqi Kurdistan. Iran's onslaught against the Kurds has been going on for decades. However, they are often overlooked. Kurds are a key component of any democratic movement in Iran. They can significantly contribute to a new, democratic, multicultural Iran. The democratic movement in the country, in which the Kurds are an indispensable part, are what the West should be relying on. It is ironic that the Islamic State, who are fiercely fighting the Kurds in Iraq and Syria and are trying to inflict as big a blow as possible on them, have in fact become the latest element helping to dismantle the status quo set by the colonial Sykes-Picot Agreement 100 years ago. The colonial agreement made in 1916 seems over, and a new regional order is emerging. Kurds, who were the biggest losers of World War I in the region after the Lausanne Treaty, have the potential to now become the winners. The point I want to make here is that despite their circumstances and the unjust fate they continue to face, Kurds no longer simply are victims of history. They are marking their history, they are making their history through sweat, blood and sacrifice, and they are already contributing to the reshaping of a new emerging Middle East. In general, Kurdish people are some of the strongest advocates for democracy and Western values. Kurdish national movement do not resort to fundamental ideology or extremist methods. They focus on building a free, democratic society with equal rights for all citizens, regardless of ethnicity, sex, or religion. Kurds no longer should be regarded as a security threat. They are active and responsible political players in the region. The international community is awake to the Islamic State's attack on Kurds. Gone are the days of Anfal, the chemical attacks by Saddam Hussein against Iraqi Kurds, as the world watched in silence. The world is finally listening and must now support Kurds in their fights for their legitimate rights, whether in Iraq, Turkey, Syria, or in Iran. Thank you very much.
Grazie. E buona fortuna.